Going to start with the first match, though, Alexare versus NinjaFairy. Your guys' thoughts on this matchup?
Alexare has been, I think, tying a lot of their matches, if I remember correctly, from the SEO results that I've been looking at for the past 3 weeks. So definitely some a good way. This might be a good match for him to break away and get into the top levels of Copper here. NinjaFairy also one of the better players in Copper, in my opinion. So this will be an exciting match, especially for Copper right now.
Yeah, I think so. Alexare is doing, like, he has been a bit of a powerhouse so far. Not that he's going on a tear or anything, but he's drawn a lot. He's won. Has he won any yet? I don't think he has. I think he's just drawn.
Yeah, it's just 3 draws I'm looking at. And his opponent NinjaFairy has not played their first week game, drew their second one, and lost their third one. So NinjaFairy definitely needs to pick up this win if they want to be competitive for the top spots in the postseason.
Absolutely. When we're getting down to the middle of the season, if you can perform early and get a head start on your competitors, it's huge. All right, we're going to move on to the picks and bans.
Ooh.
So
Exciting.
First we had Alexare with the ban on Taein.
Okay.
Well, I mean, fair enough. Tan is still a pretty new place that people generally aren't that comfortable yet, especially from the sniper side.
You know, I know someone who bans Tan a lot.
Could that be?
Like that?
And then we had a ban from Balcony coming in from NinjaFairy.
That's interesting. Has Alexare picked Balcony at all? Do we know?
I do not believe so.
But it seems like an odd ban in my opinion. I know like some people just really don't want to play it, but like it doesn't get picked by like very specific people pick it. And outside that, not many people.
Absolutely. Next for the double map, we have Alexare going with Gallery. Definitely one of the more popular maps in SCL, only second to Library. And then following up with that, NinjaFairy goes with Courtyard. Then to finally round it out, we've got Ballroom, and then we've got Modern from NinjaFairy. So we got a nice big spread of medium to big size maps.
Yeah, absolutely. Double Gallery is always an enjoyable thing to watch because it's a big map. There's a lot of things that are a given and a lot of maps that are a lot harder to get done in Gallery or harder to get done well, at least. At the same time, there's a lot of room for shenaniganry at the spy side, so it tends to create some very interesting games.
All right, well, we're going to move into the first game. You've got NinjaFairy as Irish.
Yep,
starting off. Are you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Absolutely. All
right, you want to count us in?
Let's make this thing happen in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Some AI control to start us off, it looks like.
Oh, the bouncing. Almost got us neutral low-lit, but it's a little bit too early in the game for that, I think.
Yeah, it looks like that might have just been an accidental low light, but if Alexare cares about bouncing, it's definitely too early to give out low lights for it.
Green test flirt at a bit of a distance out in the front conversation here will give us 40% to open the game up, which is pretty good considering the state of that conversation when we arrived there.
Yeah, 40%, you know, it's no 50 to 51%, but 40% is better than any white flirt, and you'll always take that.
Absolutely. Look at the ambassador! Oh no!
But he's so small, we can't take this. Oh, we take the bug! We take it!
The timing was so good on that!
Oh,
the bug
man.
was pretty darn good too, to be honest.
Like, I was like, there's no way we take this. It is Smallman. NinjaFairy has other ideas, and they get away with it.
Not much in the way of cover, but the movement covered things pretty well. Steps in the back conversation to pick up a contact and the green purloin as well, so things are moving real fast for NinjaFairy.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of a catch on the entrance into the green bookcase, but it doesn't look like he's been caught on it. It's real busy back there. But We've got enough cover to make a green microfilm completely invisible.
Something wee woo. I think I saw 3 people at that bookshelf right there, and they were real packed in there.
Oh yeah.
If you care about bookcases at all, and if you think that 3 at bookcases is suspicious, you
Look
think
at this.
right now.
The purloin still hasn't come off. It's still bouncing around there. The seduction target walks right up next to us, and we're even able to pick up a flirt right before he bounces from it. We just rejected. We could have grabbed that drink. If we had grabbed that drink, things could have gotten real crazy real fast.
Yeah, because you get seen grabbing a drink, and then the next person to take suddenly looks like that looks like a white purloin, right?
Exactly, especially on a map like this where it's so hard to get a good angle on that list, but it didn't wind up happening this time around. NinjaFairy either unaware of that particular trick or just didn't come to him in the moment, but he doesn't need it because now that he's stepping in next to the seduction target, this is the last mission he needs. We're in countdown, and I don't think there's any way Alexare takes a shot here.
Yeah, he's not a highlight. You got the bug clean, the purloin clean. There's just nothing, and NinjaFairy's gonna take that first game 1-0.
Even without that purloin bouncing around for like literally half that entire game, that would have been a very, very difficult shot to take. That was a powerful game from NinjaFairy.
Yeah, and this is the kind of thing, like, hit your greens if you want a purloin, because that purloin might not have looked as good as a white, but, you know, when you hit that green, it can go crazy sometimes, for sure.
Either way, NinjaFairy gets on the board first, and now steps into the sniper side of things. Alexare on the spy. Are we ready to go?
Yeah.
Alexare's boots.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Starting outside is kind of annoying, huh? you have to walk all the way, like, unless your ST is out there with you, you're walking all the way inside to just get anything done.
Very smart decision, though, of leaving it on AI control for as long as possible through that death trap of a doorway. Is able to get a flirt off at the painting, but the seduction target moved as we arrived, so it was only 27%, which is fine. We're just gonna need to hit a green test in one of the next 2.
Okay, hello. We are going with the...
We got the wrong overlay up, but we also have a green transfer, or a transfer at the green book anyway, so we've got...
Yeah, it was a white test.
Yeah.
We're stepping pretty far away from RSD, and this is the kind of thing where, like, if they don't already have you paired, there's no point in, like, not just sidling up to your SD, because you're sidling up to Queen instead, and it just, like, if it looks like you're flirting, it just looks like you're flirting with Queen, and you might as well get that full flirt off, right? And now we're at 59%.
Yeah, either way, it's a white test, and either way, we're going to need a green on the last one. Only this time we might need to step in a little bit before that happens. We do still have green microfilm in pocket, so that is useful. Double agency is fit to join us, so...
And this looks like a really good contact.
Yeah, there's not
especially
much of a better time on this map.
Oh, but he just
leaves!
He did not want to stick around there for a while. The conversation turned to how he became, you know, in a wheelchair, which he's very sensitive about.
Fist shake! I am amazed we won that race for the briefcase.
We didn't even get a fingerprint off of it. There's no fingerprint.
That's kind of rough. Back into conversation we go. We're at a bit of a distance, but it shouldn't matter. All we need to do is hit that green test.
Yeah, and...
Nope! Seduction target left as well!
Something ain't no sunshine. Oh
it's not
no!
warm when he's away.
Double agent, seduction target. Neither of them like us right now, and we just don't have that much progress. Like suddenly we're sitting here at 1 minute 20 seconds, and we got 59% on the flirt and a green microphone in pocket.
Yeah,
So we're gonna
because
try to
of
clean
this,
this one up.
we've got so little done. Now we're going to have to go for a microfilm transfer with very little cover. But luckily, Seek ducks down to put the book away just in time, and that causes enough confusion with the movement to get away with that microfilm cleanly. Problem
Yeah.
is, we still only have 50 seconds to get 3 more completions.
I think that microphone being a green test was critical there because it was well timed with Steve putting his book back. But if we just leave this conversation, our ST had just come to us. This might be trying to go to a green swap finish and then go back and grab
Might
seduce
have to be. There's
plus.
so little time, but it's not green. He wasn't able to hit it, and that might be all she wrote for this game. Now absolutely sees that statue. No
Does he remember the
safety
statue
off
that?
yet. Just
Oh,
steps in.
he's hovering over Alexare.
It's a white test, anyways. It doesn't matter.
Oh no! And there's no way we get the time ad. We have to
And
purloin and
even with
hope
the
that a DA comes in.
purloin,
No, but the
there's
SDA is
nothing to play for. That's game.
He quote unquote gets away with 2 hard tells, and then he's just not done. There wasn't enough flirt.
Wasn't enough flirt. The DA, he had a perfect opportunity for the contact double agent, didn't take it. He had an opportunity when the seduction target stepped in with him right before he went to statues at the end, didn't take it. There were chances in that game. Alexare either just not quick enough or not perceptive enough, but either way, NinjaFairy goes ahead 2-0 to open the match.
Yeah, and this is Alexare's pick, isn't it? I think. If I remember the draft correctly. So this is definitely feeling bad, a little bit bad for Alexare, because you never want to be losing on your pick.
Yeah, not a good start. Hopefully he's just warming up, getting into things. Let's see if he's able to start making amends in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And that last game showcases, one of the big things about
Oh, the bug though! Time of chaos, arm inside the ambassador. There's no catching that one.
There's a reason people pick Taft as the ambassador a lot, because he's a big boned boy, and and he will hide your arm.
He's certainly got some size to him. After that, we step into the conversation, grab a flirt for 32%, which is just barely enough for a 3 flirt on whites, but not if we stay at this distance.
I like this contact a lot. I mean, it's so hard to get contact sometimes on gallery anyways. But right now, Toby's even offering to the double agent, so there's no way you could low light a person in conversation for taking a drink during the contact. So this is just a really good, well timed contact. You get the regular amount of low lights, but that you got 2 missions done, 2:45 left.
Yeah,
and compared to last game,
unfortunately, a lot of the people who were outside the conversation were in very easily controllable places, so there wasn't really any doubt on the lowlights.
Ooh, that's a late sip, but I don't know if Alexare knows about or at least sees it during games. Like he might know about it, but it's one thing to know about etiquette, and another thing to catch it and assign suspicion for it.
Absolutely. Likely just a highlight for the statue visit, able to pick up a pair of inspects.
Do we just go statue to statue here, or are we going to try to flip at green?
I think flirting at green is the way to go, because easy flirts like this do not come up that often. Now, flirting before we take the book is another etiquette tell, but the timing is tight enough that most people won't be able to catch it.
I believe that when it was studied, it's technically legal. Ooh, but we white test microfilm and die.
Sometimes the worst possible thing to do is look over your shoulder.
Yeah, and I honestly don't like that right there, because there's no reason to. You don't have enough cover, and you don't and you've already got a ton of mission progress. You finish your flirt and you go back to statues and you dare them to shoot for statue visits and contact. You dare them to shoot for that.
I absolutely agree. I don't mind going for the transfer. I, in fact, like it quite often when it happens, but in this case, you've already committed to the statue visit. You've already got 2 flirts. You still have a minute and a half left. There's no reason to try to sneak a hardtail in there.
Yeah. So
Either
next
way,
one.
Alexare gets himself on the board. Now stepping into the spy side with a nice, speedy character in the form of Alice. NinjaFairy on... Why is that name so hard for me to say? NinjaFairy on the sniper. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I was going to mention, pacing on Gallery is just so incredibly important, especially compared to some other venues. Like Ballroom, you have some leeway. On 3 of 5 venues like High Rise, you have plenty of leeway to get missions done if you want to get missions done. But Gallery, there just is no leeway. If you idle just a little bit too long, you could be stuck timing out, and that's exactly what happened to Alexare on his last spy game. Let's see if he can fix that this time around.
Absolutely. This is a very deceptively large map, very long walking distances, especially if you're trying to get to the outside conversation and back. Able to get a fingerprint on the blue book here, so that's a nice little opener. Even though we haven't been able to pick up anything as far as the flirt is concerned, we are able to find a pretty good time for the contact.
This is definitely a good contact.
No, never
Oh no! Oh, Wheels double agent. He hates
God
us.
damn it.
So
Poor Alexare.
looks like we're just gonna put this right back in green, and we have a lot of cover. There's a lot of things going on out front, especially. So I like this timing, and I like that this is happening early on, because it's very easy to take your attention off of books for a while and then just realize you have no idea where this person took a book from.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're not even picking up a highlight for it, so that looks like it's completely clean.
Now stepping in to the seduction target. Hopefully he'll hang around, and he does indeed. White test for 33%, and now he steps away, heading inside. We might be able to get a pretty easy chase and a second flirt here, actually.
Yeah, him stepping away actually is pretty good for us, I'd think. It makes sure that we're not obligated to stay in this conversation for any longer than we need to be. We do go to statues, though.
Yeah, I like the idea of not going for the seduction target there, because he'd been at that painting for a little while and probably wasn't going to have enough time to get the flirt off. Does step into statue, as you were saying, gets that pair of inspects, and is going to be on his way.
We do pick up that highlight, though. Something critical about how our missions seem to be shaping up here is that we could finish missions with flirt, inspect, and fingerprint. Fingerprint's going on that back green bookcase right now, so if we're aware of that, and looks like we are, we could go back there, hit our flirts. But this activity is I don't like that. You just joined that conversation.
Yeah.
You broke an animation to leave it. You just request drink at the statue.
We haven't really been able to chase down the seduction target very well. We're always a little bit late to the party. Looks like now we're going to see if we can change our mind and go for the flirt.
this path. Does it go? No, it gets canceled. Just barely.
Yeah, he'd been there a little while by the time we changed our mind. If we'd gone straight there, it would have been okay, but...
And now there's no more fingerprint on the back case. We have to purloin, and we have to somehow finish.
And it's only 61% on the flirt, so even a close... So even
no.
It's going to have to be a close
It's a white test. It's a white test. He has to stop. He has to stop on one of these pads, but he's not going to. He's going outside.
There's nothing to play for here. This is over.
And this is just Alexare again on Gallery, just not pacing well enough. He gets this early hardtail done, and that's super strong because then you can finish missions relatively easily. But just too much time wasted. We didn't get the flirts off when we needed to, and I think some of it was just indecisiveness in what we wanted to do. Because at one point we step into conversation, we don't even stay there for a full cycle, and then we leave. At another point, we start pathing towards green bookshelf to pick up a fingerprint. Then we change our minds and we go try to flirt, and it fails. and that's just like that is the
Yeah.
that seemed to be the big issue for Alexare in that spy game.
Yeah, the indecisiveness was certainly a big issue. The inability to keep an eye on the seduction target was also a big problem. By the time we noticed where he was and went for a flirt, he'd already been there for a little while and was about to leave, so none of the attempts we made at him wound up working out. It's 3-1 in NinjaFairy's favor. Alexare hasn't been doing a great job on the spy side, but this could be the map to fix that. NinjaFairy, however, is going to step into the spy shoes first on Courtyard, any 4 of 7 in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And Courtyard is the perennial.
Fog at the beginning of the game!
And it's not seen. It's not seen because Alexare is on the other side. Like, you just can't see it.
Perfect.
NinjaFairy leaves his conversation early. Some people would peg you for that. They're like, AIs usually don't leave that early. But in this case, Alexare is not a behaviorist, it seems.
Yeah. And on this map in particular, it is impossible to overstate how big a deal that early bug was. Contact comes off, by the way.
Yes.
We let off 3 lowlights. I think there may have been one more available, but 3 is what we get. But always, the problem on this map is you get your 3 soft tells done and have to find a hard tell with 1 minute left in the game. That's how this map works. NinjaFairy, however, already has the hard tell, and as far as we can tell, has no suspicion for it. That means all we have to do is play calm, collected, pick up these 3 soft tells, and that's it.
Alright, 66%, which means a close white will get us there, but anything outside of that is going to put us at 99% unless we hit green. Yeah. And we know how Tobo feels about 99%.
It makes me real mad, but luckily we're not trying to hang around for the timer. That was some nice bouncing. I approve of that bouncing. NinjaFairy has been really on point on the spy side this evening.
There are a lot of fingerprints on these statues, and I don't like that, because it makes us feel a little bit more suspicious when we don't even need these fingerprints.
Yeah, but look at this, though. NinjaFairy, not even at a statue with a fingerprint available.
No, that one was fingerprintable. We just didn't take it.
Oh, was it? Okay. Yes, you are correct.
Because there were 3 statues at that point with fingerprints on them, both on the other side and that one.
Well, as long as we don't get another one, we should be okay.
I don't like this path. I don't like this path.
I have ever seen.
You cannot path like that because there's you're gonna get burned for that path.
You also can't chase seduction target to a window as pearls.
Yeah. Our seduction target looks like he settled into a conversation, so we're gonna go follow.
All right, everything is okay so far.
We do have a spot in conversation. It's a little bit tight, but we're gonna make it. Oh no!
Oh, it's a little bit tight. We landed the wrong path. There's the shot. Alexare. It looked like a game that he just wasn't going to win, but NinjaFairy got caught on Seduce at the end of the game. First, the chase to windows that didn't pan out, then the bad landing in conversation, and Alexare gets thrown a bone.
Yeah, and that's pretty huge because you really need to lock down the sniper games on Courtyard right now, because Courtyard is perennially a sniper-favored venue, and you need to find spy wins here as Alexare. You cannot let sniper wins get away, and you need to find spy wins to bring it back.
Absolutely. But Alexare being given a gift there, and now on the spy side has a chance to tie things up. Certainly not what NinjaFairy was hoping for. But he can stay ahead on the sniper side in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Alexare not able to pick up that early seduce without going to statues for it.
Oh.
So takes the early contact instead. Bit of a bold choice.
This is
early statue visit as well as a couple of other lowlights.
So for anyone, for anyone curious, always sip immediately when you get to statues. Even if you got a flirt to do, you can flirt while sipping. It's fine. And so you have plenty of time to do that. But it doesn't matter here. Interestingly enough, General does not get low lit. Oh.
Bad conversation entry. I don't think NinjaFairy was on it, though. Look at the progress by Alexare, though. He's got that contact out of the way early. He's got the pair of inspects from the statues. He's got half a flirt done with 2 minutes and 10 on the clock. He's got a lot of time to work with now.
And all that time's gonna have to be spent finding this hardtail.
With a highlight on our backs, no less.
Yeah. It's really debatable whether or not you want to be going for the hardtail after you've been to statues. But you know, sometimes like it's so there's two schools of thought on the thing. One, you want the hardtail to be your last mission, so they've only got 10 seconds to react to it. And two, you want to do it before you go to highlights, so you have a better chance of getting a weight with it. So it's definitely a choice you have to make on Courtyard, because you know you're going to get a highlight for statues. Everyone does it.
That being said, now, especially compared to a few years ago, people are less and less often using highlights to denote general suspicion. So the people who are highlight are not necessarily the ones getting the eyeballs.
However, on Courtyard, this is not entirely true, because one statue visit is always a full mission, and every spy, almost every spy, you rarely see statueless games, because that means you have to do 2 hardtails.
This is very true. Either way, the seduce has just been finished up. We have 45 seconds to play. Where's the hardtail coming from? It looks like it might be from the tray.
And remember what you said about that 2 minutes 30 seconds we had to find this hardtail? Well, we just spent most of it flirting.
Yeah, it went away very, very fast.
Oh, and
he denies it the first time and then calls him back for the second. It's a white purloin. The list is gone. NinjaFairy's not on top of it. 2 seconds. Toby on the other side. And Alexare ties things up at 3.
And yeah, he finds that spy win, and NinjaFairy just not on top of that hardtail, because you as Sniper, you are in complete control of Courtyard. You can pretty much see everything. You just have to make sure you're on top of those hardtails.
Yeah, and this is probably the easiest map in the entire game to track Purloin on. We've got a really high sniper angle. It's so easy to see what's going on that tray. But if you're not paying attention, sometimes he just walks behind the pillar.
Yeah, walks behind Turing, and it gives him the spy win.
Tied at 3 now. Not a situation that NinjaFairy wanted to see pass, but Alexare, now on the sniper side, looking for his first lead of the match. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And this is really bad for Ninja. Oh, this
early bugs! This one, however, doesn't take.
And we do this little weird circle path, you know, to indicate, hey, we're trying to bug here. We contact him.
Oh, look at this movement! It's a banana split, sure, but spent the entire time walking behind the pillar.
Yeah, and you need to be seen. Okay, so to get a low light from the split, you basically need to be seen a little bit after the contact while they're still low loading, but not soon enough that they notice you leave. That's the sweet spot. But if you get noticed too late, they assume, hey, you could have left.
Yeah.
And they don't low light you. We might get away with the statue visit. No,
not gonna happen. Gets caught at the end. Does get the 2 inspects, but keep in mind that quick contact knocked off 4 people, one of whom was Smallman.
the weight of Smallman. I believe we've had discussions about that on cast before. It might be 2-1 in some cases.
Probably
As
not
of
quite
normal.
that high on this map in particular, but he definitely gets some extra weight to him. Now we're stepping into a conversation, picking up 51% on the close green flirt.
We're requesting
no
a drink.
hard tell yet, but it might be here.
Here comes
It
Perlin.
is
It's a white
indeed.
test. It's a
It's
white
a white test. It's right in front of the camera.
It's just he's getting stared at.
There it is. It's right there.
Okay. Alexare is taking lowlights for it, but he needs to do this before the flirt comes
There's
off.
the flirt. He wasn't paying attention. NinjaFairy manages to slip one by Alexare, who wasn't looking close enough to see the fade. And NinjaFairy is back in front.
That's really rough for Alexare there, because like this is a person who's been to statues, and you kind of unless you're tracking flirts really well, you sometimes have to assume they have that flirt. And in this case, the double green flirt really just gets NinjaFairy there before Alexare can really decide, okay, which one of these was the real Purloiner.
That's a very good point, because there's a very good chance that if he doesn't hit that green test on the flirt, Alexare is able to find his footing, is able to settle into the game a little bit more, and is able to narrow his suspects enough to find the spy on that last talk. This time, however, not able to make it happen, and NinjaFairy has a lead once more, stepping into the sniper side for our last game of Courtyard. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I'm sorry, did I say that Courtyard was a sniper favorite? I meant spy favorite, obviously.
We've been saying it's a sniper favored map for a long time, but the bird comes off the top of the map! Did NinjaFairy see it? It doesn't look like he did!
Yeah, no highlight, and that's the hard tell. I believe that makes 3 chaos bugs on Courtyard in this set alone.
Oh my god.
And that makes wait, hold on, that's 4 total chaos bugs too, because we had one on gallery.
One of the chaos bugs on this map didn't take, but once again, it cannot be understated how important it is to get that hardtail out of the way, especially something clean like that.
Okay, I actually like this a lot. We might just be going for fingerprints, and that eschews, like, we don't need to go to statues at that point if we get fingerprints. However,
if you get a hardtail done, fingerprints are incredibly powerful, because a sniper is almost never willing to shoot someone who hasn't been to statues, and the sniper is almost never willing to shoot before contact. Contact has just come off, so as long as we avoid statues at all costs, we are in a good position.
The issue is, that's where one of the fingerprints are, at statues.
That's fine.
We could just go to the statue and finish, but that might be deadly.
It's okay. We've got time, though. We still have a minute and a half to play. The ambassador is almost sure to leave that briefcase lying around somewhere, and if not,
it hasn't been returned yet. There is no fingerprint on the briefcase, and the ambassador is not in a spot that's going to be returned to it anytime soon.
66% on the flirt. We're going to need to tuck in a little bit closer to the seduction target if we want the timer flirt, but timer flirting in this situation is not recommended just because of how little time there is. You know what we should do? We should call Toby over. Yeah, like this. We've called Toby over. We don't take the drink. Oh, I thought the ambassador was far enough away from people to not get personal spaced. Never mind. Oh no! He got caught up in a plant on the way around.
Oh, he's gonna finish at the statue.
Everything's falling apart. Here's the briefcase. Here's the fingerprint. Sorry. There's the flirt.
This is 5 missions potentially if we wanted it.
He couldn't have gotten the inspects. He could not have gotten the inspects, and that I think is what saves him. Alexare picks up the spy win under very worrying circumstances, but it happens either way. It's 4-4.
Yeah, and Alexare pulling it back once again, and this is this is shaping up to a real close set.
Man, this has been an entertaining set to watch. Spies making it happen left, right, and center under the terrifying circumstances that we have seen this evening are just wonderful to watch. But now we are heading into what may well be the most balanced map in the game. We are going to Ballroom, the OG, the first map that has ever graced the halls of Spy Party. NinjaFairy opening things up on the spy side of any 4 of 8. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, it turns out that
Another one. I know you wanted it, but he was walking in the wrong direction, sir.
So it turns out to create a balanced Spy Party venue, all you have to do is make a box.
Yeah.
And that works. So something to consider on this patch right now on Ballroom, you cannot slide over to the right as far as you used to. That is a bug, but it is somewhat annoying if the ambassador's back there and you're really trying to look for bugs. So an enterprising spy might well want to take advantage of that.
Seduction target bails on us early on, so we're not able to get that first flirt, but we do have a green book in hand.
And this green book was taken. There wasn't much activity when we took it, and that's really what you need to be looking at when you take this. What is the sniper likely to be looking at? Is Toby offering? Is the ambassador in danger? The ambassador was not in danger. You know, we need to be aware of what kind of hazards the party is giving to the sniper. And are you one of them at that bookcase?
Very strong contact coming off from NinjaFairy, only lets off a single low light. Steps into the next conversation to pick up 34% on the flirt, and now I thought was going to return the book, but no, we're just gonna get a green time ad.
Green time ad super strong.
Damn straight. Now we're returning the book, now that we've got some more time to work with, and likely, this is a great opportunity to step back into the next flirt after the fact.
But we're completely covered up by the pillar, though, on the sniper cam.
And the fact that it was zoomed in.
It's completely invisible. Now, NinjaFairy doesn't know this, but it is completely invisible from the sniper cam.
In most situations on this map, you get shot for that. There was no cover there. But because of the pillar, because of the zoom, because of the angle, it comes off clean, but we have 64% on the flirt. That is 2% too little.
Yeah, and if anybody knows what the flirt percentage breakpoints are, it's you, Tobo.
This is true. 34% is the best you can get without having to hit a green test, and 64 plus 34 is not quite 100.
We go pick up center statues before doing our the second half of our microfilm. I don't know how much I like that because now we're highlight and the party is not giving us much cover over near the blue bookcase. And we really do need.
That being said, even with the green time ad, the timer's starting to run down here.
That was a little bit of a statue animation break, which is one of the few animation breaks that most people are going to catch. Just because you learn it so early on and it's so obvious sometimes. So, Pearls just leaves us. Oh, we get the green fingerprint.
It's the blue bookcase, though. We get covered by ourself. Book does come away, though, for what could be the last flirt. He does hit the green test. That's the flirt done under, once again, very worrying circumstances.
Okay, we have options. We can either try to get this microphone into the blue book, and looks like we are going to do that. And Pearl's covering for us.
This is Pearl's beautiful positioning.
Oh, we don't stop read, though. We don't stop read.
It's okay. The timing is so low. We couldn't get into the... entry to the bookcase.
And
that could have been clean, but instead, Alexare takes one on the board.
And instead of going to that statue, we might have just gone straight to the blue, and we would have gotten a guaranteed fingerprint, and we would have picked up that blue microfilm. All we need to do to finish at that point is one fingerprint, and we never get seen at statues. So we had a lot of options to finish that game. And in this case, it just didn't work out at all. It was so close. It was so close to working out. But Kane was there blocking the entry to bookcase, and it just got shot for it.
That was rough. He definitely had some good moments in that game, but it doesn't take much to have it all come crumbling down. NinjaFairy now down by 1, but on the sniper side. Alexare on the spy. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And I believe that puts Alexare ahead for the first time in this set, which is big because Alexare, as I mentioned earlier, NinjaFairy needs this, and Alexare needs a win.
Needs something.
How cruel would it be to cast a 4th draw, though?
I know.
No, no way, Wodar is that cruel, right?
Well,
right?
This is Wodar.
he does double balcony.
Flirt. He does double balcony, this is true. 30% on the first flirt, so we're going to need a green test somewhere in the next 2. Hopefully it's in the next one, so we can plan around the 3 flirt.
Reject this drink. Very, very slow start. We do a no talking and break animation. Oh! So...
It's a difficult fingerprint, though. Does not hit it.
Oh, when we stop... Oh, a lot. There's just a lot of etiquette stuff there that I'm just not happy with, but it's not getting punished.
Bad? I thought we were close enough to him that stop was correct there.
The stop was a little bit late compared to when the ambassador moved. We broke animation to leave and go get that briefcase. There were some etiquette stuff, but like if you're not getting punished for it, the etiquette just doesn't matter nearly as much. Like you don't want to be too blatant about it, but Alexare, neither sniper is punishing for etiquette right now. Ooh, we do a white time ad though, and because we have Toby right behind us, we are attracting some attention over near, that's the kind of thing that will make NinjaFairy say, hey, I remember you being at Windows because you rejected Toby there.
Nice little point though, even though this spy game has not been going great for Alexare, does hit the green test on the second flirt, which means he can count on a 3 flirt, sorry.
Well, technically we're just out of range of I
mean, if you get the worst flirt in the game, sorry, I can't help you. That's on you.
I have actually done that before. I've been at 18% off and then accidentally did 17%. It felt very bad. We don't have much progress, and we were seen picking up 2 briefcases. And even though sometimes briefcases are empty, that's the only print that you will pretty much, against some snipers, you'll always get credited with the print for picking up a briefcase, unless they're really on that briefcase not having a print.
That is true.
So even if it was difficult and you missed it, you don't really get credit for it's not a good difficult. Like a difficult on a bookshelf, that's nice.
I just want to point this out. We've just gone to center statues to get our 3 inspects. That was our first mission completion with 1 minute and 10 left. Then we went statue to statue to pick up a print for the second. Contact. Now we're heading into conversation with a double agent to see if we can get the contact. 45 seconds to play.
I mean, we only need 1 more flirt, right? So this contact, and we just go to statues again to go flirt with our ST.
But there's a lot of people outside of conversation. 5 lowlights available. We were able to pick up 4 of them.
But who's going to shoot you for going back to statue?
And he's not looking for it! 5 seconds! NinjaFairy nowhere to be seen! And Alexare finds himself on match point with two games to play.
There felt like there was no way that that NinjaFairy shot there. He didn't seem to have tracked the fingerprints well enough to know that Alexare was done with fingerprints. And when Alexare picks up that statue, as the sniper, you look over there, and if you're not on top of his fingerprints, you think, is he going to swap? I should watch for a swap. And you sit there looking at him, waiting for a swap that's never going to happen while he finishes missions.
All right. Well, Alexare, with a impressive late rush, is able to make it happen in the second game on Ballroom. The first brought him his first lead of the match. His second took him to match point.
Yeah, and
now NinjaFairy needs 2 in a row on Modern.
And now Alexare is guaranteed at least a tie, which might not be very very comforting to him, but it's definitely a comfort. So here we go on Modern.
And NinjaFairy is going to be in a difficult situation if he doesn't pick up a couple of wins here. Let's see if he can start things out strong on the spy side. In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
AI control. AI control for a long time is something you don't see very often. Maybe we should have stayed AI control for a little bit longer there. Looks like we're just getting highlight for statues anyways.
There's too much to watch at the start of a game to see something like that.
Yeah. Moderna is definitely one of the venues that you have a lot of things to just get inside your head. You gotta memorize statues. You know, you gotta memorize people who are going to bar. In my personal experience, I have to memorize statue visitors because I don't highlight for that. But, you know, if you highlight for that, you don't have to memorize that. You just have to slide over there and click on them.
You also have to guard the large man in brown with your life after what's happened in the rest of this set.
Right. And so, Modern is probably the venue with the most things to watch early, and NinjaFairy trying to take advantage of it, looks like. Going to just microfilm this. It happens pretty quick. Other things are happening in the party. It's not seen.
Absolutely. Blue to green is not the standard microfilm, but it is the quick one. And it gets done pretty cleanly. That's 1 mission completion. We've got 2 inspects from our statue visit. We've got 34% on the flirt. And now we have a delegate to work with.
We also have 3 minutes on the clock, which is a good amount for this amount of progress. Now, on Modern, it's a very large venue, of course, so you can't spend too much time idling. We just break out of here.
Yeah.
I think that that's actually correct. He's allowed to do that because he was interrupted by Irish there. It's just that I would actually credit him with that. It looks weird. For sure. It looks weird. We sip here. This is a no talk kind of, but sipping makes it better.
We did get a time ad out at the front window that seems to go off completely clean, so we've got plenty of time still to work with.
Yeah. Oh, we try to go flirt, but our ST just leaves, and so we're just gonna go to this conversation and sit here, and hope no one joins us.
Except the ambassador! Oh, come on!
It bounces away. Alright, highlight going to second statues.
I've seen you before. I don't want any part of this conversation.
I'd wager we're now our top suspect.
Yeah, I think you're right. Back in the statues we go for the second visit. 2 minutes and 10 still to play. Second completion. This is actually starting to get a little bit worrying time-wise, even with the time ad.
We still need one more hardtail, or we need fingerprints, assuming we get contact and flirt done. And flirt getting done, it's kinda
Banana bread.
looking a little bit bad right now. This contact is not very good, unfortunately. Like, it would be better, but there are 2 SDAs out of conversation, so we are the only real conversation to have a contact.
Either way, that was a good 4 lowlights, even without crediting for real.
I think that contact is just mediocre enough that as the sniper you might be able to look at that and say, there's no way you would want to contact here unless you were in for real.
Yeah, that you would never fake that contact.
And so you could theoretically you could take that, you know, that minor risk and say, hey, you are bad, everyone else is good.
Here's the thing, though. You would never take that contact unless you were trying to cover something.
Yes.
And since no hardtail immediately happened after it, now you can start.
Well, hurling comes off. We only have 40 seconds for another another 2 flirts. 66% is what we need.
Or a bug. Here
Crash
we
bug.
go. Does he get it? He does get it. It's a good turn on the way in. Was it caught by Alexare? It doesn't look like it was. A NinjaFairy.
Oh,
it
no.
was a scary looking game, but he's able to make it happen on the spy side.
No.
And now
Alexare.
there's now 1 game separating NinjaFairy from getting another point on the board.
Alexare, no! Oh no, this might... Because Modern is one of the most heavily sniper-favored venues in the game. Even with the time added at the before the beginning of the season. So, this is going to be tough. He has to get a spy win. He has to replicate the feat that NinjaFairy just made happen. Or else he's tying again! For the 4th week in a row.
Will NinjaFairy be able to mitigate his losses and stay as close to the pack as he can? Will Alexare draw for a 4th week in a row? Find out in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
I love that intro. I love it. Okay. Oh, our ST. Our ST is very nice to us.
That's
nice.
That's a good change of pace for Alexare.
It's a good change of pace for us. Instead of, you know, chaos bugs, we get to see early flirts.
Yeah.
Like normal.
It's much more by the book.
Okay, we go to this innocent conversation.
I'm already scared. Alexare has not been that good managing his time on this map, and he's in an innocent conversation.
Yeah, Alexare's pacing has been the big problem point, in my opinion. Like, he's gotten past hardtails, he's gotten past... You know, he's gotten things done, he just gets things done too late. He doesn't get shot for getting things done, he gets shot for having to rush right at the end because he doesn't have enough time. So sitting that innocent conversation for like 30 seconds might not have been your most productive time spent.
Well, it did lead him to the green bookcase and to taking a book out. Now getting his 2nd flirt, a white test again, but a close one, up to 68%.
And with how finicky flirts have been recently with this set, I'm very glad to see 1 flirt left with 3 minutes left.
Absolutely. That could have been
a really nice
reverse drive-by bug, but unfortunately right-click did not happen.
Yeah, I always hate myself a little bit, just a little bit, when I see the ambassador moving past me. I'm like, oh, this could have been so good. Why didn't I see this coming?
We have a chance for it the other way, but no.
No, we have a book in hand on that hand. We can't bug.
Forgot about that little tidbit.
Okay, so do we? My prediction here: we finish flirt. Are we too far away to finish flirt? I hope not.
I think that's fine.
That might be 32%.
We're even. No, I think that's.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think that's at least 33. But either way, it doesn't matter. We're able to get the flirt done. We still have that green book in hand, but we only have 2 minutes to play. This
Yeah.
has to go down in the wrong bookcase. There's no other choice.
Yeah, if you put this back in the right bookcase, you're never finishing missions. Wait, where are we going
not
now?
going to any bookcase at all. We're
hold
going
on. Alexare baiting us. He's like, let me walk towards these bookcases.
This is a great contact, though. This is going to be so good. It's a white test. Please don't start moving, everybody.
Yeah.
This is still good.
Imagine,
still good.
like, everyone just leaves conversation.
4 lowlights available. He got 3 of them.
He covers up the transfer a little bit with that. So we now need 2 more missions. One of them needs to be a hardtail or fingerprints. And this late in the game, fingerprints are really tough to come by.
Well, we are opening up with the statue visit. It might be an inspect swap at the end of the game.
That looks like it's the best option, probably. Do we just go straight to another statue set?
We'll find out if he
we just go into conversation.
There's a statue right there, and it's the one you want to swap.
Yeah, that is the best statue to swap. It's the most difficult in terms of visibility from normal sniper angles, and this is the one we go to.
40 seconds to play is more than enough time. Here's the inspect.
Okay, if NinjaFairy sees the swap, it's another tie.
It's on camera. I don't think he's looking. The swap has come off. He's not
5
looking.
seconds.
He's
5
not
seconds.
looking. The pillar's in the way. 2 seconds, and Alexare makes it happen. Breaks the streak finally. Gets a dang win.
Oh man, Alexare must be feeling so good about that. Right about there, because tying every time, like, it's better than losing every time, of course, but you really want that win. You really want it to come in.
Yeah.
And oh no, NinjaFairy apparently right about to shoot, but thought he had a little bit more time. Oh no. Oh,
that's the problem with the sniper side. You always think you have about an extra second to play with, because by the time you see the spy doing a thing and flick your eyes up to the clock, it's a second behind where you think it is.
And there's the sync. I have been burned in a competitive set in the last game of a competitive set by too late for sync. It was not fun, and you know, I can sympathize with NinjaFairy here.
Yeah, absolutely. But either way, god dang, that was an entertaining set.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, absolutely. That match came right down to the wire there. Almost looked like he saw the swap, but